Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Quiz Lady, a new original comedy on Hulu from director Jessica Yu, writer Jen D'Angelo, and this focuses on Anne, played by Awkwafina, who is a woman who's obsessed with a quiz show hosted by Terry McTeer, played by Will Ferrell. And the champion on this show, Ron Heacock, played by Jason Schwartzman, the smug, I won't say exactly how he makes me feel, but Jason Schwartzman does an amazing job because he makes me feel it. But here, we have Awkwafina and her sister, played by Sandra Oh, whose crazy big personality kind of F-up of a sibling comes back into her life and tries to be her coach to try to get her onto this quiz show. And this is an interesting balance of an inspiring, sports movie. Because it has that basic structure of, trying to prepare for the big game and getting to the big game and then competing. It's a competition film. But it also plays very much like a comedy and also dealing with this sibling kind of drama that's building up. And at the heart of it, I think this film is generally pretty darn funny. It has a lot of humor supporting performances from Holland Taylor. Tawny Newsome pops up there. You have Tony Hale, because they're trying to go to Philadelphia, and he just plays Ben Franklin, who runs a hotel there. And it's very interesting because he keeps popping up as comic relief. And it might have felt a little forced, but he's definitely funny. I think Jason Schwartzman is so smug and disgusting. He's like Bill Murray level of hateable antagonists from Kingpin, that bowling movie. It just works so well. And Will Ferrell is sweet and funny and a bit aloof. And it's so interesting seeing him play a game show host and not just being Alex Trebek, to be honest. And I think it really works. But at the core of it, you have Awkwafina, who is this shut-in. She's a little bit more reserved in this film. She wants to watch this quiz show. She wants to hang out with her 20-year-old chunky pug who gets kidnapped because their mom owes money, and that kind of leverages them to get into this whole entire thing in the first place. That aspect of this movie, I feel feels so out there and kind of doesn't fit with the rest of the film. I feel like there's more efficient ways to try to get this story going instead of adding all of that layer to it. It just felt distracting after a while, but I think Awkwafina and Sandra Oh is having so much fun. I'm trying to think if she has ever had this much fun in a role before, because she's just going for it. She's over the top, ridiculous, and funny. This film is legitimately funny. It also has a decent amount of heart. And this duo of Awkwafina and Sandra Oh have great chemistry. You want to feel for them. You want to root for Awkwafina. You want to see Quiz Lady succeed. And that's the biggest thing about this film. It plays out the general narrative in terms of the competition, getting there, competing, what happens, that all feels kind of predetermined. You feel like you know exactly what's going to happen. But in the end, you're just invested because you really like these characters. The actors are very charismatic and bring you in. And it's funny. It's fun. It's an enjoyable film. And it has a lot of great moments. And in the end, I thought this was definitely a worthwhile experience and a fun time watching this on Hulu. But those are my thoughts on Quiz Lady. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.